Yep, you read that right. I almost died. So one day, 2014, I was lying down on my bed, probably stroking it or playing Jack and Daxter on my Vita, until I got bored as shit. So what I did was I dialed some of my friends and we decided to play soccer. So we met up near our house, and since we lived with Karens as neighbors, they didn't want us to play in the parking lot because they were scared that we might wreck their cars. So we obviously had to move out and play somewhere else. Psych, fuck no, I didn't give a single shit. I used their cars as goalposts. I didn't care because there was a lot of kids my age in the area and we didn't have where to play soccer, so at least the parking lot was large enough and most importantly, it was safe for us. But these fucking neighbors would rather us play on the road rather than care about our safety. But now that I grew up, I became a carer myself, I'm not gonna lie, because if I had to choose between the safety of my car that I busted my ass off to buy, or the safety of a random kid that looks like Randall Weems from Recess, put the Michael Jordan meme. He can die for all I care. I'm kidding. Don't cancel me. Anyways, I whipped out my football and went completely on the spectrum. I went special. I just started to run after the ball. Hit it as hard as I can, scream as loud as I can, celebrate against my. It would get mad and started chasing me, but I was fast. He would get tired, gives up on chasing. I would go back, and bro, as soon as I saw him, he was so pissed off. He grabs the ball, launches it mid-air, and shoots it at me as hard as he can. Blue lock type shit. I ducked, but it hit the car behind me, so we looked at each other. We understood the assignment and sprinted as far as we can. Thank God, the goalie, who didn't even sign up for this shit, wasn't even involved in the fight. Thank God he knew that he needed to run, because if he stayed alone, I can promise you, with the neighbors that we had, he would have 1,000% been either sacrificed or even worse, experimented on. So, anyways, we ran a few blocks away and we decided to risk it and play on the road. So, on the other side, there was the university, and we decided that its fucking entrance, like the main entrance of the university, will be the net. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was my idea. It was my idea, so I probably was mentally unwell too. So, probably the neighbors also said that I was mentally unwell. So, anyways, the security would always scream at us like every 5 minutes, but we didn't care. We just ran away and came back. Now, the goalie stood in the net, which was the university's entrance. Again, I emphasize. Me and my other friend decided to have a penalty shootout, so we were going at it. Like, it was so intense. Like, so we were playing, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, I just hear an inaudible shouting coming far, 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 far away. And I take a look, and I see an old man screaming from his window. So I tried to ignore him, but I couldn't. He just kept on screaming. So I went up to him, and I was like, hello, man. Like, what's up? What's going on? You were screaming. Is there something wrong? He said, this is not the time to play football. I don't know how to impersonate SARS, though. He said, this is not the time to play football. He was sleeping. I was like, bro, it's 2 p.m. I don't give a shit if you're sleeping. People are at work right now. So, obviously, I didn't say that, but that's what I wanted to. So I just tried to be polite, and I said, okay, we're sorry. We're going to move the place somewhere else. We're going to stop. We did not fucking stop, obviously. Like, I went back to my friends and I told them what he said to me, and they shrugged it off and continued playing as if he didn't say shit. 5 minutes later, he screams again, threatening to call the cops. I didn't give a fuck again, because what are the cops gonna do? Kick us out of the street? They're not gonna do shit. So we continued again. About 25 minutes later, dead silence. We didn't hear from him again. I was like, cool, fine, then we can play without having an old man trying to ruin our fun. Then I decided that I'm gonna go back from the net to take a free kick. So I went back from the net to take a free kick. I thought I was going to be in a net. I had the Ronaldo pose and everything. But then I just hear a door behind me screeching and slowly being opened. I thought nothing of it. I just thought maybe someone just came out of the residence. But when I saw the goalie's face, I just knew right away who just came to greet us. I slowly turned around, and I see a 6-year-old man. I kid you not, a 60-plus-year-old man charging at us at full speed. I wasn't scared at first, but when I saw his hand and I saw him holding a fucking butter knife, it was green. I remember as if it was yesterday. I just shouted at my friends. I grabbed the ball and ran as fast as I could. Mind you, I am fast. I was confident in my speed. Brother, I turned around. This motherfucker was literally creeping up behind me. And I thought he was definitely athletic in his youth. Thank God age caught up to him and gave up. I kid you not, he was holding a knife and screaming, "Come here, son. I just want to talk, man. Why are you so scared of? I'm an old man. I'm as old as your father." I was like, "Bro, my father, at least my father is not crazy. I'm not gonna come. I'm not gonna come talk to you. You're holding a knife and you're coming at me. What the? What was he? I don't know. What was he thinking? Like the only genuine scary moment I had was I'm gonna turn around and saw him right behind me. So me and my friends split up. We knew the area so well because we grew up there, so we knew where to meet up, even though we didn't have phones. That's how sicked up we were. So I climbed over a fence, and I knew this motherfucker ain't gonna climb shit. So I knew I was safe. I went the other way, like to go home. Bro, from the corner, I see this motherfucker crouching, slowly lurking behind the bushes, trying to look for us. And he succeeded, he found me. But, bro, I kid you not, I was so fucking scared. Like, I thought to myself, okay, shit, I might be cooked here because this guy ain't no regular motherfucker. This guy is most likely off his pills. So, bro, I just hit the jets. And I just Usain Bolt on that shit. I just started to run as far as possible. I just went straight to the university that I mentioned earlier. Thank God the entrance was open. I saw the security. I didn't care to explain to him shit. I just went straight and tried to blend in with 18 and 19 plus year old people. And I was 12. That wasn't smart from my part, but I did what had to be done. So later on, I grew up with my friends. We laughed it out. And each one of us went back home. It was a day I'll never forget. And guess what? We continued playing outside for the next few years, and we still continued shouting at us. We still didn't give a fuck, to be honest, because we grew older. We weren't scared anymore. We hit puberty. We grew taller, stronger, and all that stuff. So, I don't see him anymore. I think he moved out, probably because of us. We won the war, even though we don't play anymore outside because my friends grew up and everyone just went out to study abroad or outside the city. Like, life happens. So, moral of the story, or should I say morals of the story? First one is, do not play on the road. That is not safe. That is not safe at all. At my age, when I was 12, which is in 2014, as I said, we didn't have many pitches nearby. So we were forced to play outside on the road. Now, like, there are many pitches like nearby. You can just rent one. So for the love of God, do not play on the road. So, because I have another story where I almost died that I will tell you later on. Second of all, do not use university as entrance as the net. I don't know what was I thinking, but I was desperate, and thank God I didn't go to jail. Mostly because I was underage, because they're not gonna do shit. So that's second. Third of all, and most importantly, beware of your neighbors. You don't know who you live next to. You don't know how crazy they are, how crazy they might get. So best thing to do is just keep your distance and just be peaceful with everyone. That's my advice. So thank you for watching. This is my first time narrating a video. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the story. I still have like 3 or 4 more just of me getting close to death. Thank God I'm still alive, thank God. So yeah, like, comment, share, all that shit that the YouTubers tell you. I don't need to tell you. And see you on the next one.